EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. But tonight we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. From just shy of midfield, here's second down and 7. They'll look to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 12 more yards there and another first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen now.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tucker Kraft with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Now it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. He finds his man complete. That's Mills. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Jackson going to keep it. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Across midfield. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 25. You talk about this Bengals defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants him to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
At the 43-yard line.
On first down, it's Mills. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd down and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Mills. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Lee. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. Well, good start for him in this one here in the first quarter, and he's now 2 for 2 on field goals.
And I know while the offensive coaches are telling their guys, hey, let's leave the kicker out of it unless it's an extra point, this could pay dividends if this game is tight down the stretch. His confidence is going to be sky high if they need him for a big-time kick.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
You look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Out of the gun now on third down. That went out wide and intercepted. Breaks through the contact. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Third down pass. Intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Mills. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, is negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Jackson now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they go to work on a first and goal.
DC, ready? DC. Report! Ready, Sharad!
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
He'll try again. And this time he's in for a Raven touchdown.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had two previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Ravens will
They'll look to throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it first and 10. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And on the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. At after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Chavez. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. To throw again is Jackson. Completes this one to Meredith. They give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
At the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights. And we got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive,
there he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tucker Kraft with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. These two teams in this 1st half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. We often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch.
after the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinator's probably scratched.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? You can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Now he's loose again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns.
The kick is good.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Ravens 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Bengals 35. Ravens 28.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Now, their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
60 Bison, 60
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Third and 12.
They'll drop to throw.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit.
Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return.
And just shutting him off there. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you've practiced a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
No, we changed it. Alrighty.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he finds a man on the crossing route. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
26-yard line.
Jackson.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Baltimore, first down.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Chavez. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Able to find his man, Kraft.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now the first carry here for the running back.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. The line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Here's Smith to return it.
And he returns this to the 22.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They make their 2nd half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he fires one incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Here's Jackson. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd down and 9.
Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
You change it.
4th down. Here's Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he's got his big tight end here.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
Real quick.
This 2nd and 4.
You out. Ready.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Jackson going to keep it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with career touchdown number 60. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Brown now to return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
He'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Boy, 196 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up a throw. Short throw, he's got Kraft. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 22-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll try the left side. Mills, just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
He'll try to do it himself. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Mills. They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again. And this time he's in for a Raven touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And room there to work it inside the 25. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Gets around him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals will add to their 4th quarter lead. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
13. What?
Jackson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Throwing, Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, Mills. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Now 2nd and 3.
At the 47-yard line.
Now Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. That one caught. It's Meredith. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 26.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Go ahead. You change it.
Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep it. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Jackson to throw. And the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep.